Hello and welcome back. And following our Christmas episode, we're now going straight into the League Cup semi-final leg one. Yes, we're here again, second season in a row. The opposition hasn't got any easy. In fact, it's got harder. This time we've got Man Utd and it's away in the first leg. Before we get to that, let's just quickly run the rule over the results we've just had in the Premiership and the FA Cup. So with the starting with the Newcastle result, we did okay. It was 1-1. We went 1-0 up through Kasper Dolberg, and then Newcastle managed to equalise. However, going to St James Park is never an easy game, so I was relatively happy with that. We then played Leeds at home, and that was a team that we beat first game of the season 3-2 away. So we managed to better that result at home. We beat them 2-0, Kasper Dolberg getting both. And then Kasper Dolberg scored yet again, third game running against Liverpool away. Liverpool, they really struggle against us getting wins, you know, and this is another result that I think is a really good result for us. Away to Liverpool at Anfield. Bobby Firmino got their goal, but it was 1-1. We could have probably gone on and won that game at some point, but overall it's a decent result. And then we went on and played Yeovil in the FA Cup third round, and you can see here that we not only did we rest players, but we played a few of our youth players. So just quickly run through the youth players playing. Varnier played. He's a centre back that we got last year. We loaned him out for the rest of the season. He came back. He's played a couple of senior games for us. He is under a loan offer by Middlesbrough. They want to pay 150 grand a month to loan him out for the rest of the season. So we may as well get him in some Premiership experience for them, and then hopefully he can come back and push on his development. The other players that played in that game were Chris Hughes. He's a little regen that we got through last year. He looks alright. He played in Oriel Romeo's position. He did okay. And then we have to keep going back to there. And Jerry Mitchell is another young player that we got through the regens last year. He looks like he could be a really decent Ben Woodburn style striker. You can see here, natural poacher, advanced forward. So he played all right, gave a good account of himself. But the main man was Derek O.C. And Derek O.C. we bought last year for about 1.3 million. 1.3 million. We loaned him out to Wimbledon. He's probably not going to push on as much as we wanted him to originally, but he is a natural left-sided inside forward, and he showed that in the game, getting 2 goals. 2 goals in the game. So he played really well, and then Gary Cahill popped up with a goal. The game was over after 20 minutes, and then it just allowed for the rest of the players to have an easy game through for the rest of 70 minutes. So anyway, we've got the League Cup coming up, but following our 2 draws and a win, where are we in the table? We're third. We're actually doing okay. I mean, if you remember, we started this season with a terrible run. We had a lot of difficult games coming up. We started off, I think, after about 8 or 9 games, we were languishing around 15th, 16th. We've then gone on a great run. We're third. We're 2 points behind Middlesbrough with a game in hand, and we're only 3 points off top place. I'm not getting ahead of myself. I don't think that we could probably win the league this year. Yes, Bournemouth did do it last year, but I think we'd have to get very lucky to do that. However, I do think we'll reach our aim of getting Euro Cup, and we could even sneak in the Champions League if we're lucky. And we kind of need to now, because Javier Taveros was under interest from Man United. So we had to promise him that we would qualify for the Champions League this season, or we'll let him go on transfer. I think we'll make a load of money out of him if we do let him go on transfer, but I'd rather keep him as he's proved to be a very strong player for us. But that's enough of that as a catch-up. Now, let's head to Old Trafford for our leg 1 of the League Cup semi-final. So here we are, Old Trafford, also known as a theatre of dreams. Definitely not my dreams, more my nightmares. We haven't got a single point, draw or win from Man United games since I've been the Southampton manager. So this is going to be a really difficult game. We do have our strongest team available playing. Dolberg up front, Cliver right, Lozano left, Arthur, Storaro, Romeo in the centre midfield, De Ligt and Hoyt in the centre-back positions, and then Itta and Hysaj left and right. And of course, really in goal. But Man United aren't taking this lying down, and they are also coming out with probably their strongest team. Herrera, Pogba in midfield, Emenko behind Lukaku, Rashford on the right, Pereira on the left. Looking at their bench, the only one they've got really that's amazing is Gignac, and this was a really surprising transfer they made for him last year. So they've listed him since. They bought him at 32 years old for 12 million. And he's on 150 grand a week. He's not really doing it for them. Well, actually he is. Well, last year he didn't. He only played 6 games and didn't score a single goal. This season he has scored 10 in 16, yet they're trying to get rid of him now. So they've listed him for sale, hence why he's on the bench. There are other players on the bench. Johan Kabay, they clearly bought him in. And we can see here they bought him for 16 million from Crystal Palace. Another good squad player for them. But other than that, their bench isn't that strong. It's more that the kind of bench you would expect in a League Cup game. But it's this first team we've got to be worried about. We are going defensive in this game. We'll do it for the fans. I think if we lose 1-0, I'll be quite happy with that. Any more, and we're going to struggle at home. I really do. I do think so. Obviously, if we beat Man United in the semi-finals, our final game is going to be far easier, because I think it's West Ham is the strongest team there at the moment. I think it's West Ham and Stoke are the 2 teams that you could draw in the final. So, and Kluivert scored out of nowhere. I'm just chatting away, and 4 minutes in, Justin Kluivert. Remember, away goals don't count, so it's not like he's scored but it doesn't matter. We're 1-0 up against Man United. Arthur with a lovely ball to Sturaro, who then plays it back to Arthur, and then this cutting pass inside to Kluivert, who catches De Gea unaware. We've not actually scored against De Gea yet, and that's our first goal. It's Kluivert with the first goal after 4 minutes. That's a really good start to this match. The League Cup is where our team like to turn it on a bit, and obviously we won the League Cup last year, and it'd be nice if we could do it again. It would, but like I said, this is not a fixture I'm expecting us to go through, but we're doing okay. It's 30 minutes in. They've only had 2 shots, neither of them been on target. They haven't had a highlight yet. We've scored the only goal of the match. 43 minutes played, and looks like we're going to go into the second half in a really nice position at the moment. So it's all going to come down to this team talk. What do we say? Do we say they're doing well? They're doing well. They're excellent. Yeah. Oh. Okay. They're okay with that. Let's see. See if we can push on now. And Man United are starting to push on the attack now. Nacho Monreal they've got as well. Oh, Lukaku scores. Is it Lukaku? Yeah. "55 seconds. Jose Mourinho's obviously had a serious word with them in the dressing rooms, and Lukaku jumps up against 2 of our defenders and heads it in. It's okay though. It's still 1-1. It's fine. Even 2-1 is okay. I'm more than happy. I know it's not the most entertaining of games, but more than happy for there to be no more highlights. That's Gaspar with the ball. Plays it to Lozano. Now Lozano to Kluivert. Kluivert's already got 1. Plays it to Dolberg. Dolberg could have scored that one. Should have scored it, really. It was on his stronger foot. 65th minute. Don't really want to make any changes, but I think I'm going to have to take off Lozano. He's not playing well. And neither's Dolberg, to be honest. Let's bring on Veros first. We'll keep Dolberg on for another 10, and then Koeman to come on. Unless they score first, and then we'll have to shake things up a little bit quicker. Okay, 75th minute. Let's go for Coman. Florinel Coman is on. Can he do the business for us? Right, 84th minute. Man United with a corner. Bailly onto Gignac, and that's a great block. Corner kick. Great block by the defender. Pereira in. Shaw lays it back to Pogba. Tackled by Arthur. And Arthur will just clear that away. That's good defending. Good, solid, strong defending there. 93rd. 20 seconds on the clock. Pereira to Pogba. Can we hold on? Last 10 seconds. Luke Shaw. Big ball to Lukaku. Lukaku can't get his head onto it. But Darmian will pick up the loose ball. It's all over. It's 1-1. This is a great result. Man United will be a happy set of supporters this evening after gaining a draw against Southampton. I'm not quite sure that Nigel Walton quite understands football. Man United are top of the league. They've got a far more expensive team. I think 2 of their players are like the value of my team. They've had 9 shots against 5. They're playing at home, Old Trafford. Yeah, Nigel, I think you need to find a new sport to watch. Anyway, doesn't matter. They've done well. Efforts are excellent. Let's move on. And the next game, it's going to be Burnley at home. So just some transfer news to catch up on before the game at Burnley. So we've got rid of Dusan Tadic. We sold him for 10 million. It's quite cheap considering that he's now valued at 30 million. But the main reason to get rid of him, he just wasn't playing for us. And he was costing us 70 grand a week, sitting on our bench. He played 5 games a season, doesn't really fit into our squad anymore. And we've got an abundance of wingers at the moment. The other thing is that he's 30 years old. And as you can see here, he's in a lot of decline, and his physical stats aren't that great anyway. So, in terms of how we play, fitting into our team, he doesn't really fit anymore, and it was better to get rid of him now rather than later on. And another player that we've just bought in is David Calabria. So we've just bought him from AC Milan. He was on an end of contract, so we paid a 700 grand fee to bring him in. Now rather than the end of the season. That's mainly to make sure that we tick that non-EU kind of box. Now, if you remember, we've got Brexit. Any players that are playing now from the European Union will give special status next season. So we're just trying to get that sorted. He's in a good. He looks quite good. He's in as a backup. He's only 22 years old, and we're only paying him 17 grand a week, which is going to allow us to get rid of Cedric. Now, Cedric. Obviously played every game last season, got replaced this year by Hysaj. If we look here as a comparison, he's not actually that much different to David Calabria. Now, Calabria's 5 years younger than him. Is already the same as him from a defending, physical, mentality and technical perspective. He's got a better aerial presence. He just lacks a little bit in the speed, vision and attacking. Now, I'm not too bothered about the speed because 15 is still pretty fast, but we can certainly improve his defending, his mentality, as well as his attacking stats to make him an all-round better defender than Cedric. The other thing is Cedric's on 65 grand a week. He's not playing, he's on 65 grand a week. We have got a bid in at the moment from Bournemouth. They're looking to pay us 185,000 a week, plus 8.5 million after 10 games to take him on permanently. So we've accepted that. We are hoping that maybe Everton or Rennes do come in with a better full-time transfer offer in the meantime. But yeah, that's our transfer update for now. And next we're going we're going to St Mary's for the Burnley game. So here we are, Burnley at home. Now for us this should be a comfortable win. Yes, we lost them early in the season away, and at the time I thought that's a standard result, Burnley away. But let's have a look. Burnley are 20th. They're having a terrible time of it. They look like they're going to get relegated. They've sacked Sean Dyche. They've brought in Manuel Pellegrini, who is the ex-Southampton manager in this game, obviously in real life. He's a current Southampton manager. And if we have a quick look, they haven't actually won a game since, Huddersfield at home in December. And they've only won 3 games this season, which was including us. But all of their wins have come at home. And they've only picked up 2 points away at Newcastle and Man City. 0-0 was a very good result for them. So This should be a comfortable win, and our team shows that confidence we have in that result. So we're dropping our standard of having a ball-winning midfielder in midfield, and we're giving Romeo and Storaro a rest. Storaro got injured in the last game, so he's injured for the next 3 weeks. Ascasabar is going to come in as defensive mid. Højbjerg's going to play as a box-to-box, and Jack Wilshere playing as an advanced playmaker. Ontiveros on the left and Oxlade-Chamberlain on the right, just to rest our wingers, and Lozano didn't have the best game last game. We're also resting De Ligt with Gary Cahill coming in, and Calabria, our new right back, is on the bench. So let's push on for this game, and let's do it for the fans. Head down the tunnel, and how will a gap affect us? These runs can be tough on the legs, but the momentum they can generate can be fantastic. Now this could be really important, especially considering that our 2 Premiership games next are Man United away and Tottenham at home. So this should be a really important 3 points. So we need to win this, you know, just to keep our push on for those upper positions for Europe next year. And Burnley at the moment are holding their ground against us and looking to have a slight upper hand in this highlight. Jack Cork plays out to Brady. Jack Cork ex Southampton, of course. Defoe to me, back to Jack Cork. Plays in Brady down the wing. Brady's got Vokes in there, and Vokes scores. This is not going to plan. Robbie Brady has scored. Burnley are terrible at the moment, and we really struggle against terrible teams. They've they've got minus 29 goal difference. It's the worst goal difference in the league. They've got, including this game, well, they've only got 12 points prior to this game. So we really need to push on and win this game. It's not happening for us at the moment. 32 minutes in, and Ascaspar wins the ball. Right, Dolberg making a run. Will get past the last man. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he puts it straight at Tom Heaton. Dolberg really needs to find that clinical prowess he had last year, as Ben Mee gets out, but only as far as Ascaspar. Ascaspar, great ball into Hoyt, and that ball to Ontiveros was not good enough, and Burnley will comfortably get the ball away. 40 minutes going into half time. We're going to go in 1-0 down. This is not a good result as it stands. It's not a good performance as it stands. We need to make sure that the team knows that. So, dressing room. Tell the team they're disappointing. Oh, they're going to hear about it. Show me something else in the second half. Start the second half. And we may need to push on and attack a bit more in a minute. Right, on to Veros with the ball. This is only the first highlights. It's probably not going to go to anything, but Chamberlain's got the ball. And straight at the goalkeeper. And Oxlade-Chamberlain just hasn't been consistent enough for me to need to make him a permanent signing at the end of the year. I can't see that happening now. Højbjerg to Dolberg. And Robbie Brady is through and Vokes scores. It's 2-0 Burnley. Okay, this is going very, very badly. And Hysaj picks it up to Højbjerg. Wilson now to Dolberg. Can't squeeze the ball through to Oxlade-Chamberlain, but Itten now to Wilshere. Roy Brady will get the ball again, who's been absolutely phenomenal in this game. Defoe to Cork. Itten picks it back up. Højbjerg. Wilshere. Dolberg. Right, come on Southampton. It's a good ball to Chamberlain. Crosses back to Dolberg and Dolberg scores. It's 2-1. Right, is this the start of our comeback? This is a lovely bit of passing here. Dolberg picks it up 40 yards out, plays it to Oxlade-Chamberlain, then runs straight back in for the return. That's what we expect Dolberg to do. Now, this is where Burnley haven't been able to show their mettle. You know, it's their defensive weaknesses. And now Chamberlain's going to cross it in. And Dolberg's there. Dolberg's hit the bar. Ita will pick it up, but it's not going to continue. Chamberlain, shot off target. Now, crossed in by Wilshere. Ascasabar. Back to Wilshere. To Højbjerg. Back to Wilshere. And Wilshere loses the ball on the edge of the area. Now Burnley will have a counter. Only as far as Ascasabar though. Wilshere plays in Dolberg to Chamberlain. And Chamberlain gets tackled, but Højbjerg will pick it up. Crosses it in onto Veros to Wilshere. And Wilshere scores. It's 2-2. Right. Okay, now we're back on level ground. We've got 30 minutes to make this up. 30 minutes to get another goal. This is a great ball from Højbjerg. And Ontiveros heads it back to Wilshere, who... I don't know what the keeper's doing there. But he sends the keeper the wrong way. And now it's Højbjerg. Ascasabar. Ontiveros to Dolberg. Plays in Wilshere, and Wilshere's there. 1-0. It's a penalty. Why can't they just give me the goal? Okay, Dolberg to take the penalty. Scores. There we go, 3-2. They should have given me the goal because the ball went through the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. But hey ho. Dolberg, great penalty. This is more like it. Alright, on to Veros. Chamberlain will pick that ball up. Cross into Dolberg, and Dolberg scores. That's his hat-trick. It's game, set and match. Although this isn't tennis, so I don't know if it is. On to Veros. Clips the ball in. Ben Mee heads it out. Only as far as Chamberlain. Chamberlain with a great little ball in. Finds Dolberg. And as I said, he's inconsistent. But he's playing well today. And this is he makes a very good squad option. Does okay, Chamberlain. Plus he ticks homegrown boxes. I'll have to have a look at him at the end of the season in terms of where we buy him. It's 10 million, which is a cheap fee for the player that he is. It depends on what kind of wages he wants. Wilshere to Chamberlain. Wilshere again. Wilshere's been running this game at the moment, and Chamberlain scores. That's a great finish. It's 5-2. Now we can breathe a sigh of relief. We're going to rest Højbjerg. Calabria will come on for his debut. Koeman will come on to rest Dolberg. And this, we were 2-0 down just 20 minutes ago. But Burnley have just absolutely capitulated. Fallen apart in this game. 75th minute, and it's all comfortable now. Burnley with an attack. And Chamberlain will get the ball straight down to Koeman. Koeman's got options, will lose the ball though. Arfield makes a good tackle, and Arfield picks it back up after a good little through ball. Plays into Cabella, and Cabella puts it wide. Wilshere's having a great game. 9 out of 10 he's played. And Hoyt scores that. It's 6-2. It was 2-0 at the start of the second half. And this has been a tremendous comeback from the team. 6 goals in the second half. Well, 7 goals in the second half if you count Burnley's. This has been a thrilling second half for the neutral and for the Southampton fans. And now it's Koeman. Rub salt in the wounds. Chamberlain puts it wide. And that's it. Turf Moor, they might have won, but at St Mary's, Southampton have done the business. 6-2. And that puts us second, drawing on points with Man United. Let's be assertive. We're aggressive with them at half time. You've done brilliantly to come back and win. I'm proud of you. Only a few of them are happy with that. But it doesn't matter. 6-2. Demolition. That is a great result for us. Calabria makes his debut as well. So, that puts us in second place in the league. Let's have a look. We're drawing on points and games with Man United. We've got game in hand over Arsenal, who are third on the same amount of points. Although we have to respect that there's only 3 points that separate 7th from 1st. So any one of us could drop out of the top 5 position. So it's important to make sure that we perform well. And we do have 2 tough games coming up. We have got Man United away and Tottenham at home. And what we're going to do is we're going to skip the Man United game. I'm going to go off and do that. And then we're going to come back. And we're going to come back for Tottenham at home and Man United. The only reason we're skipping Man United away is because I think the Man United away is going to be really boring. We're going to set up shop to defend. We're going to try and not concede. We're going to try not to score. It's just going to be a really defensive game. But then we're going to come back for the Tottenham match at home and for the Man United semi-final leg 2 at home. So we'll see you very shortly. Until then, see you later.